Good evening. I am employee number 01193, Nicole Redfern. I have been teaching first grade at Orchard School for 10 years and 6 math programs. People laugh when they hear that number, but really it's not funny when you start looking at the numbers and where the money is being spent in this district. When deciding what I wanted to speak about tonight, I debated many approaches. Should I talk about my background as a student in Ridgewood, who graduated from Hawes, Ben Franklin, and Ridgewood High School, and how I have returned here to teach only to be working without a contract for the second time in 10 years? Should I talk about the fact that in order to increase my salary without it being swallowed up by healthcare contributions, I am working on my second master's degree? I have spent $44,000 out of pocket on furthering my education, only to have my take-home pay decrease this year. I thought about bringing up the fact that there are much larger issues in education and much bigger conversations happening right now about the merits of Common Core standards, the over-testing of our elementary students, and the validity, reliability, and purpose of the PARCC tests. These are happening all around us, but the teachers and Board of Education in Ridgewood are too distracted by contracts to be participating in these critical conversations. I thought about all of these things, but then I read the letter from the Board of Education to the Ridgewood News, where you stated that our jobs as teachers would be exponentially more challenging if we did not have new and improved textbooks, revised curriculum, and the technology enhancements such as Chromebooks. It felt like a slap in the face to read those words. Then I looked at the shelves in my closet of my classroom, filled with old math textbooks, which I have nicknamed the math graveyard, and I knew what I needed to speak about tonight. Let's talk about each part of that sentence you wrote. You say that our jobs would be exponentially more challenging if we did not have new and improved textbooks. It is my understanding that Ridgewood claims to have a 5-year curriculum plan. If that were the case, there should have been 2 new math programs in the 10 years that I have been teaching elementary school. There have been 6. First, it was everyday math, then investigations, then Scott Forsman. Then we switched to Envision, followed by Envision Common Core, and now we're on to Envision Common Core 2.0. In that time period, we did go from the New Jersey state standards to the Common Core, so it could be argued that an additional change was needed to accommodate the new curriculum. But 6? How can you argue that learning 6 new math programs in 10 years has made my job exponentially easier? Especially when they show up in our classrooms days before the school year begins, with no time to review or prepare for them. As if that's not bad enough, alongside those textbooks in my math graveyard are binders like this one. This is the supplemental math curriculum binder that I helped to write in 2013, which brings me to my next point. You said our job would be exponentially more challenging without revised curriculum. Where is that revised curriculum coming from? It is coming from us, the teachers. When I started here in 2006, we participated in the Teachers College Reading and Writing Workshop program at Columbia University. We received training from staff developers who came to the district straight from writing that program. We got to go to Columbia several times a year to listen and learn from the experts. But that program became too expensive. So while we continue to use the TC model for reading and writing, our curriculum in first grade was written by Mia Buzzard and George Anstaris, Ridgewood teachers. We use Envision Math, but teachers write supplemental curriculum like this one to enrich the curriculum and to fill in the gaps. Teachers wrote the social studies curriculum that is minimally supported by TCI textbooks. Teachers wrote the science curriculum that is supported by Carolina Biological. We do this in the summers. We do this on professional development days. And we do this while substitutes teach the children of Ridgewood because it saves the district money that it would cost to hire the people from outside. Yes, we have consultants who come in to support our curriculum and our professional development, but we all know where the hard work really comes from. It comes from the teachers. So my job is not made exponentially easier by revised curriculum. It is made easier by the hard work and support of my colleagues. Finally, you say that my job would be exponentially more challenging without the technology enhancements like Chromebooks. This part made me laugh. I invite you to come to my classroom while the first graders try to use Chromebooks and see the challenges that I face. Watch first graders try to log on by typing their birth year, first initial, and last names, as well as a password, while they hunt and peck with 2 fingers around the keyboard. Thankfully, someone this week finally came to their senses and removed the @ridgewood.k12.nj.us. We were told years ago that first graders could not participate in the Typing Pals curriculum because their little hands were too small to fit on the keyboard appropriately and learn to type. I guess someone forgot that when purchasing a keyboard-based technology enhancement. It wasn't the first grade teachers because when we were asked what we would like for our grade level, we picked iPads. Not a whole class set, that wasn't necessary. Just a few to use for some centers. But Apple isn't handing out incentives the way Chromebooks are. So instead of that, we got a cart of Chromebooks showing up outside our doors with no training as to how this technology was supposed to enhance the first grade curriculum. So in conclusion, if you really want to make our jobs exponentially less challenging, as you have stated to the public, then settle this contract now and let us get back to doing what we do best: teaching, writing curriculum, and enhancing the lives of the students in Ridgewood.